Come.
Okay. Okay. You were born in Finland, yet attended college in Pennsylvania. What led you to decide to study in the U.S.?
I was always. Do you guys want the answers to be just the answer, or do you want the question to be
Just the answers.
cool? Okay.
The questions
They said
are
they're-
answering.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. So, ready? I was always interested in acting. I wanted to become an actor early on. I did some high school plays and received good feedback. And while I was playing basketball, I thought maybe I could go to the States and study acting. But they told me I was too tall, and so I chose film studies and so forth. It was a good journey. I learned that you never write anything off, and always follow your dreams, because they might come faster than you expect and surprise you.
All right. You've played basketball, sold insurance, and were even in the Finnish army. How did you first become interested in acting?
Yeah, my acting interest probably came from movies. Just watching movies like Good Will Hunting, Star Wars, Forrest Gump, and just like seeing that reaction that a well-told story and an actor portraying a character who faces hardship and difficult choices, how that can impact people through the medium of storytelling and film. So I love that idea, and I've always wanted to portray different characters and be someone else who I'm not, because I think I lived a very good childhood with relatively few hardships, and it was a happy childhood. So I've always been interested in venturing out there and trying my limits in other roles.
Before taking the lead as Chewbacca, you worked as Peter Mayhew's body double in Star Wars: The Force Awakens. How did you first come to learn of and assume his role as body double?
When I first was approached to become Peter's body double, I knew that my mission was to learn to portray Chewbacca in a seamless way. So I went back to the old Star Wars films. I watched them, and I tried to assume the spirit of Peter Mayhew in the suit. I tried to move like Chewbacca did and inhabit the same kind of space and energy levels as he had, and that all led to the good stuff. Me being cast as Peter's body double, and subsequently Chewbacca. So it was a very long process, and but something that I was very comfortable doing, because I'd always, even in my basketball days, I'd always followed and studied movement, the way other athletes moved, and why do they move that way, and it was always interesting to me that people have, and what their style of movement tells you about their personality or background. So it was very interesting to me always.
Peter Mayhew portrayed Chewbacca in the 5 official Star Wars films and made countless appearances through a 38-year time span before his retirement and subsequent passing in 2019. What has it been like to fill his shoes, or in this case, suit?
Well, the main feeling that I have after all this, and is gratitude. I'm so grateful for Peter, for his work, creating this memorable, unique, beloved character that has, first of all, impacted me as a fan of Star Wars, but then also after becoming the actor who portrays Chewbacca, I've felt that gratitude 1,000-fold over. It's the fans of Star Wars they're all over the world. They're so grateful that we keep bringing them these stories that they love, and they have been very supportive of me over these few years.
Chewbacca is a Wookiee, and although he seems to understand English, he does not speak English. What has it been like to portray such an iconic character without any actual speaking parts?
Chewbacca's lack of dialogue is actually pretty interesting, because as a student of film and the history of film, it's been great to try my feet at silent acting or mime acting, and Chewbacca is one of the greatest characters or most memorable characters, and to try that with him has been interesting journey, and I'm always interested in how to hit home the message of or the intent of a scene without saying any words. So that's a very it's a challenge, and it limits you in certain ways, but some certain ways it is harder than spoken words. So it's a very interesting, unique kind of challenge.
Star Wars fans are known to be very loyal, and similarly can be intensely critical of newcomers to the franchise. What kind of reception have you received by the Star Wars fan-based community?
My face-to-face interaction with Star Wars fans have always been positive. I'm not sure where these critical Star Wars fans come from, but there are a lot of anonymity in the internet, and maybe they're from there, and maybe they're not even Star Wars fans to begin with. So all Star Wars fans that I've met have been great people, and have been nothing but enjoyed these Star Wars films, and I've been very happy to have them support me in becoming a member of the Star Wars family, and I will not let them down.
All right. What's the weirdest piece of advice or comment that you've ever received from a Star Wars fan?
Probably. I mean, like I said, it's all been very positive. Nothing. I don't dwell on the negative stuff, so I don't remember any kind of negativity coming from there. It's been just, usually kids come to me and they tell their experiences with Chewbacca, how they love seeing Chewbacca fly the Millennium Falcon or something. So those are always heartwarming stories. Chewbacca is a special character, and very very much kids enjoy seeing Chewbacca very much. So I'm very happy that is what my goal is, to keep bringing that into their lives.
The Rise of Skywalker is said to be the end of the Luke Skywalker Saga. Do you think there will be other chances to play Chewbacca on film, such as spin-off Star Wars stories? What are your feelings on this?
As for Chewbacca's future, I'm very excited to see what will come next. But we'll have to see the film, first of all, The Rise of Skywalker, before I can say any more. But if there are some kind of other stories coming up, I'm very excited. And I think the character is definitely warrants more storytelling, and I think we'll just have to wait and see.
Chewbacca's best friend, Han Solo, was tragically killed by his own son, Kylo Ren, in The Force Awakens. In The Rise of Skywalker, will fans see Chewbacca get revenge for this heinous act?
December 20th, you'll see.
And last question, what can we expect to see from you in the future?
From me, you'll see me pursuing acting roles. Very much interested in acting, whether it's in a suit or outside the suit. And as a storyteller, I wouldn't mind trying my feet at being behind the camera or some other part, but mostly I'm focusing now on my continuing the journey of an actor, and try to see where it will take me.
All right.
Wonderful.
Cool. That's it.
Excellent. Thanks.